Hi, I'm Random Asterisk. Welcome to episode 6 of my new series where I review every MCU installment and share my opinions on them. Today, I will be reviewing Marvel's The Avengers, 2012. Before we begin, please like and subscribe to my channel for more reviews. Also, please consider supporting me on Patreon, and get early access to bonus content. Now, let's get started. Marvel's The Avengers is one of the most popular and successful films to date, and is a favorite of many casual and hardcore fans of the MCU. Today, I will be sharing my thoughts on the movie and how I felt while watching it. Without further ado, let's start the video. Starting off with the positives, what I really liked about this movie was that the film was able to balance out all the characters and let each of them have their own moments in the movie, except for Hawkeye, which I will explain later. I also like how the characters have conflicts between each other, instead of all working together from the start. The tone of the movie is also very fun and engaging, keeping the audience entertained and wanting more. This movie is all about showing the superheroes whom we were introduced to, doing what superheroes do. Because of this, the film can afford to have a lackluster storyline and still keep the audience engaged. The action sequences are also quite well done, especially the team-ups and combos scenes where the heroes work together to fight their enemies, which were awesome to watch. The cinematography in this film was incredible, especially the long shots and the scene which pans around all the heroes, which only induced more hype in the audience. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I think Mark Ruffalo does a better job at portraying Bruce Banner than Edward Norton in this film. While Norton acts as a normal guy in the 2008 Hulk film, Ruffalo adds more of a mysterious or vulnerable feel to the character, which was really good acting. The other cast members all portrayed their characters perfectly. The music composed by Alan Silvestri is awesome and is one of, if not the most memorable soundtrack in the MCU. The Avengers theme never fails to give me chills every time I listen to it. However, I would have liked the themes of each individual character to be brought back in the soundtrack. However, there are also some aspects of the film which I disliked. As I have previously mentioned, the storyline in this film is not the best. It is complicated, confusing and does not make sense most of the time, like Loki's plan to get captured so he could fulfill his goal of making Banner Hulk out. I wish the screenwriters could have spent more effort on the storyline. Most of the problems with the storyline come from the first half of the film. Also, the CGI in this film is very inconsistent. The film starts off with cheesy and horrible visual effects that look like it came from a low-budget television series, but drastically improves in the final third act of the film. In my opinion, the movie stumbles in its first half, but then starts to get good in the final act. The other problem I have mentioned before is Hawkeye. Most of the main characters have already been introduced to us, however Hawkeye only has an extremely brief cameo in Thor, and to make things worse, he is a villain in most of this film. Apart from that, he plays an extremely minor role and has not many moments in the film, which is quite disappointing. Other than those problems, I also have some nitpicks with this film. I don't like Captain America's costume in the film. The material it is made from looks cheap and way too vibrant, which put me off a lot. I liked his costume in the first Avenger more, and I wish that they had kept that costume in this film, or at least not have it look too cheesy. Also, Hulk's size varies a lot in this film. In some scenes, he looks gigantic and as though he was towering over everyone else, but in other scenes, specifically the final act of the film, Hulk looked smaller than I expected him to be. I suppose this is because of different perspectives due to different settings, but I wish they made him bigger in the final act. Overall, Marvel's The Avengers was a fun and entertaining film which manages to include and balance out multiple characters, however had also quite a number of problems with its plot, storyline and visual effects. It is an enjoyable film to watch and for this movie, I would rate it 8 out of 10. Please like and subscribe to my channel and don't forget to suggest in the comments what I should review next. Don't forget to watch my other MCU movie reviews and video essays. Also, please support me on Patreon, and get early access to videos, exclusive benefits and bonus content for the price of just $1. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.